May you not suffer when you are meant to enjoy. And may you not enjoy when you are meant to suffer. There is a certificate that you must obtain before you will be settled in Christ. The requirement that you must have to be settled is that you must suffer. The Bible says, for their trouble, I will give them double for honor. So double for honor are for those who have suffered for a while. The Bible said in Psalm 30 verse 5, say, for weeping endure for a while, but joy in the morning. It means the qualification that you must have in order to obtain joy is that you must have sorrow. If you have not gone to the University of Tears and graduate from the University of Tears, you cannot be able to obtain the certificate of joy. For God to establish you, you must be bruised. If you don't have scars that life have given to you, God cannot settle you. For every Canaan land, there must be wilderness experience. Before God can progress you, He will first process you. So that thing you are going through is part of your process. Wait there. Jesus, when He became a man, He suffered. One of the things that God has set up in motion that can mature every man is this thing called suffering. God knows that there are Adamic tendencies captured in the members of your body that can tend to frustrate His plan for you. So the first thing God will do is to prepare you for what He has prepared for you. Until you are prepared for what God has prepared for you, you cannot have what God has prepared for you. Some of you, the reason why you have not had what God has prepared for you is because you are not ready to be prepared. It is your preparation you are building capacity. Because if God launches His blessing upon you, it can corrupt you. It's more like you are using Tiger generator to power an AC. What are you doing to that generator? You are trying to destroy that generator. If you must power an AC house, the first thing you will do is to increase the capacity of the generator. The reason why God has not blessed you yet is because you do not know what He planned for you. That thing He planned for you is exceeding abundant. And if it comes in this your incapacitated state, it might destroy you. So God will have to take you to the cave of Adullam, where He will chisel you, where He will crush flesh. To know that that money you are praying for, He's seeing a man that will maltreat poor people when that 10 billion comes. He sees someone that will have so much pride, and everyone around that person will be crushed. So before God will give you that wealth, He will first make you poor. So the reason why you are suffering that delay, God is doing it for a purpose. Because if God give you that miracle at your hasty stage, something will spoil. God is the only one that knows our Adamic tendencies. Some of you think you know you don't know you yet. The day you come to know yourself is when something that you are looking for, that you are not matured for, comes to your hand. You will see a you that you have not known the day your mother gave birth to you. There is a you in you that is hidden in you that you have not yet known. Until money enters your hand, then that you will begin to come out. You will be looking at yourself and saying, I mean, they act this thing. Some of you are still saying, I'm holy, because you have not seen something that triggers that lust in you. Some of you, the reason why you are still the way you are is because the thing that tickles your fancy have not come. So God knows that fleshy tendencies in you. The first thing you have to do is to take you to the cave of Adullam, the cave of suffering, where He will crush all the flesh, so that when He bless you, the thing will no longer matter to you. Oh my God. God sometimes reveals His glory through our challenges. Worship will not make sense if you have not been through something and God came through for you. God needs to trouble you. He troubles you, so when trouble sees you, trouble will no longer trouble you. Your trouble will not say, touch not this one, because He bears the troubles of Christ. We cannot trouble this one because this one has been troubled by God. There are some people, there is no challenge that will come to them that will shake them. Satan cannot trouble those people anymore. David said, even though I walk through the valley of shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy... The reason why I am the way I am today is because there is a rod you have used on me. God cannot be able to give you His staff of authority if you have not gone through the rod of His chastening. The rod of His chastening is where God trains you before He can hand over something that your generation needs from your hands. Because if you spare the rod, you will spoil the child. If you are praying for something today, the first question I have for you is, where is your scars? If there is no scars, then you are not qualified to obtain the promise. The Bible recorded that it is by faith elders obtain the promises. Told us how they obtain it, through sufferings. Some went through suffering even though they did not even receive the promise they are praying for. They still looked up to God and they called Him their God. Even in the midst of the tribulations they are suffering. The question I have for some of you, how many of you can go through a wilderness experience and you can still look up to God and say, God, you are still my God? You see, after you have what? Suffer for a while. Sometimes God will deliberately, because of the Adamic tendencies in you, you know that you will misbehave. He will deliberately, by His will, give you a husband that will inconvenience you. And some husband you will marry, they are not evil. God will deliberately make them what they are, so that He will inconvenience you to seek Him. One of my daughter in the Lord, the man she got married to is the will of God. Yet the man does not look like the will of God. It was because of the misbehavior of that man that made this daughter in the Lord to answer her call. So God allowed that portion of suffering to come just because He needed her attention. If that my daughter in the Lord has married a man who is licking her feet, she won't have answered that call. For every glory you must see, you must go through Calvary. Jesus said, if you love me, you must carry your cross. So for every man that is a cross to carry, you must be crucified. A point where they call you church rat. When they say, since you have been going to church, doing early morning prayer, what have your God done for you? When they tell you that thing, God is trying to crush some certain things in you. Some of you, there is a way you used to behave. After suffering started coming, you notice that some things started coming down from you. So when others are fast, advancing in the course of life, God will purposely delay you. He will separate you from your friends. You look as though your friends are ahead of you. No, they are not ahead of you. The way God makes men and move them is by keeping them in his cave. When you look as though nothing is working for you, apply for visa, they reject you. Put your hand here, nothing is working. Your mates are progressing. They are going ahead of you. And you're asking God, am I cursed? What is wrong with me? God says, shut up. Only if you can see the glory. Apostle Paul said, I reckon not with this present suffering, because the weight of glory, nothing to be compared with the current suffering. I know the workings, God is working in me. I know all things work it out for good for those that love God and are called according to this day. There is something God is doing. I'm behind of me, but when I am done in the waiting room, the Bible said, those that wait upon the Lord, they shall be strong and they shall mount up wings like the eagle. So those that started before me, let them be going. By the time I mount up wings, you cannot compare an airplane flight with an Okada rider. No, just be riding, be going. When I mount up my wings, I will arrive there before you. I will even be the one to call you and say, come up Peter, come up higher. They will ask you, how did you get here? You will say, the hand of God came upon me and I had thrown the chariot of Ahab. What Satan does not like for you is for you to go through that suffering. But Satan knows that if you go through that suffering, his plan for you will not come to pass. He's willing to open a door for you in order for you to escape that suffering. He came to Jesus on the mountain. He said, don't suffer, just bow to me, sleep with me. I will make you, O Joseph, the king of slaves. But what God plans for Joseph, not chief of slaves, in what he told me in the spirit, is a king. I cannot settle for less in the bed of immorality. Anything you get in shortcut will cut short your life. If you appear before your time, you will disappear when your time arrives. Anything you get in the bed of compromise will kill your destiny on time. Some of you did some things you should not do. Compromised your faith. All kinds of things God hates because you couldn't endure the suffering. God is not blaming you because it's part of your Adamic nature. But I'm trying to tell you that the more you delay that process of that flesh getting crushed, you are delaying your blessings. Sometimes the anointing of your pastor or man of God is not important. It's because you have refused to subscribe to the school of process. Some of us are the one delaying what we are supposed to have, because righteousness exalts a nation, but sin is reproach. My hand is not short that cannot settle you. My ear is not deaf that cannot hear a prayer, but your sin has separated you from me. I want to settle you. I don't like the thing you are going through. For every time I want to come, you compromise. You are not patient enough. All I'm doing is to work a good character in you so that when I bless you, you will become something in my hands. But the last time I checked, every small opportunity that comes for you to exercise the bidding of what I have intent for you, you will fall in the bed of prostitutes. Oh Samson, and give your hair and glory. I wish everyone that has an ear can hear me right now. What the Spirit of the Lord is saying. Don't jump that school of process so that your testimony and that which the Lord have in motion for your generation will not be arbitrated. Don't eat that porridge, oh Esau, so that you not exchange your scepter, generational scepter, onto another generation. Whenever you compromise, you don't just hurt yourself, you hurt a generation unborn. The reason why punishment are for those who compromise much more is because when you are compromising, your generation is compromising in you. I would say, give Satan no space, give him no room of penetration, because if he enters, he will spoil everything. You will start afresh. I would say, all have sinned, fallen short of the glory. Anytime you are working for the Lord, waiting for the Lord, and Satan comes in and you sin, we fall back. Your wilderness experience was supposed to be for 2 years and you keep falling. You are elongating your wilderness experience. So a journey of 40 days now starts becoming 40 years. Some of you, the suffering you are suffering should have expired 2 years ago, 10 years ago. Anytime you are about to clash into that reality, Satan will come and compromise your faith. And when he achieves that, he will now fall back to square one. It's just like somebody fails an exam in a university, he repeats a class. Some of you are doing. You are always repeating a class in the school you should have graduated from. You're crying for a particular testimony, meanwhile, they weigh you from the spirit to a baby. The Bible says the heir, as long as he is a child, different not from a servant, though he be the Lord of all, was subjected to teach teachers and tutors until the appointed time. So there's an appointed time when God will settle you, but before he settles you, he will first of all take you to the school of suffering. Unfortunately for many people, this is where they miss it. They don't want to enjoy the suffering. They will now negotiate with Potiphar's wife and compromise what they ought to wait for, that their generation will depend on. Now succumb to the pressures of life, and by succumbing to the pressures of life, they have aborted internally what God has in motion for them. I can tell you categorically that many people seated here today have run away from their school of process because they couldn't wait for the chastening of God.